William Ruto has this bottom-up approach to help the citizens. What's your view on that?
Okay, this guy has just criticized it. And we allow, criticism is part of life. But you see, for the bottom-up economic model, the reason why the deputy president went ahead and settled on it that it's the best to revive our economy, it's because there was a series of economical meetings. We meet the people from different regions. Like if you can analyze on daily, you can see our deputy president meeting businessmen, people from different regions, people that from Mount Kenya, they want to go and talk about how the tea, all those cash crops, how is it happening, what they need to be done, and what should be done. You see, like bottom up, when this guy was talking about, our president talked, and this guy also mentioned about TVETs. These TVETs are tertiary institutions. They are tertiary institutions that gives people skills. And skills, as an individual, you're given a skill so that you can implement it. Mama Mboga, not that when our president is talking about I'll give, it's not that you can give everybody. People belongs to a circle. These Mama Mboga wako na kitu naitwa merry-go-round. They have their silo. There are some circles where they go and borrow loans, where they go and facilitate their businesses. They increase their business volume. You see, that's how you lift someone, a small farm that grows into a medium and to be a large farm. It's not that Safaricom, as how big it is, it never started how the way it's big. It started from a small thing, a small farm, until now it's a big farm. That's how, when you want to lift the economy, you have to lift these people from down here. And these people from down here doesn't mean that it's a group of people. It's everybody. That not that the president can come and get access to every individual. The president cannot talk to the 50 million Kenyans individually. But when these people have a structure where they can go, like, you know, when in a circle, when 100 people agrees to form a circle or a group, these people can go and ask for money from the government. With this money, the government, when government provides you loan, it provides you at a lower interest rate. You see, that's the government. But when you acquire it from a private sector, the interest rate might be higher. But from the government provides you with this, and then you go and do it with our businesses. You facilitate what you need. Like when in my village, you'll see there's like 9 women group, but they are doing well. The boda riders, they're having their own groups. Where when an individual finishes school, he can attend a driving school so that he can learn how to drive a boda, so that we can maintain to the ethics of the NTSA, the roads, so that we deal away, we get to do away the accidents. The guy gets loan from the circle and joins a group of boda. This guy will earn a living. And when an individual earns a living, he pays tax to the country. And when a tax is paid, the GDP and the GNP grows. That's how the economy grows. The country will have a lot of revenue collected from taxes. When, like, you see, like roughly, you'll find that most of learned fellows, they are unemployed because there's nowhere they can get this thing to facilitate what they have, their skills. There are engineers out here. But these engineers, the mechanical, they don't know where to go. You see? Because these farms are not expanded. You see, when you lift someone from down and you get to the middle, it means the size of the middle has been expanded. As the chain moves up, the hierarchy moves up, you get to expand the hierarchy slowly by slowly. That's why we move from down. We need to uplift because it's down here where we have a lot of Kenyans. It's just an average, but the high we have too small. There are few individuals, but down here is where we have the Kenyans that they give the essential part of this country. They facilitate what the country needs. So whenever I see a lot of criticism about bottom up, I wonder with people who have attended economics class, like what are you saying? This is what Kenyans need. You see, you cannot tell me that a government, if you don't empower an individual who grows vegetables at small scale, there's no single day this guy or this mama will find it to grow move from like 0.5 acres to 1 acre. because the only thing he knows, he grows this thing for commercial purposes. Niuze ile kidogo nipate pesa yale. But when you empower him that he produces him and gives it to a company, that this company export it, and the money is a chain. You see, there's economical value of money. The money that when you produce something, you should have the value. As you increase your production, you should also increase your income. Not that every day we Kenyans, we believe that what you have, we live that from mouth to mouth. That okay, you get your today, you live, and that's what you have for the day. You should think that you should be growing. Your business should be grow, and your business will expand daily, according to the customer expectation. And for you to, like, if you go to town, you'll find like the small business enterprises, small, but you can find like 10 are offering the same thing. But when you see these people can form a group and they form like a company, that these people, they enter in a partnership or they become a franchise, these people will have high or huge economical value. That's where we know that this thing, that it will empower the people down here, people in those villages, not people in CBD, not people within towns. It should empower from people from villages to people in sub-county, in counties, up to the national government. Okay? So that's why I find that bottom-up is nice for the people.
What he's talking about is captured in Raila's manifesto. Raila talked about one county, one product. If you're talking about people from every part of the county, we are going to do manufacturing, each county to do production. Did you hear what Kitui was doing the other day? Kitui were producing masks. That was production. We can only do that now. Textile industry be placed in Kitui. Are you seeing? Nairobi County can maybe do best in another product. We go to Kisumu, we can now have a plant there manufacturing fish. Are you seeing? So what they're talking about is not necessarily a bottom-up question. It's a matter of policy. Don't mix the two. When we are talking about economy, there are policies. When Kibaki was being hailed from his performance, Kibaki was hailed from his performance because he was respecting institutions. We have these institutions that have done the research. People like Kwame Owino, these economists in the country who are practicing, have done all these necessary. Reports are there. Just go towards those reports. Why do you want to change? When changes come, they take some time. So we may waste all 5 years looking on how to implement this bottom-up economic model, which is non-existent. You have talked so well about them, but now which country practices it? In Africa, talk about in the world. And those countries that practice it, are they developing country? Are you seeing? So this question that when you talk about economy, it needs a sober and clear mind. It doesn't need speculations. Because, for example, I've asked you guys, if you talk about Mama Mboga, how are you going to talk about Mama Mboga that I'll do something to Mama Mboga? When Raila is talking about now production, we are now having Mama Mboga, we now do this thing in large scale. We talk about incentives. Agricultural incentive to these people. I talked here about cotton, all these other things. Like the government incentive, you have not addressed anything to deal with tax. One of the issues that is affecting this country is about the tax laws that we have. And that's why sometimes I say Kenya is not politically stable for business. You only become politically stable, and he knows this, and they know all of them, when the tax that you have can take some duration. For example, today, I can come in Kenya and start investment. Then tax laws are changed within 2 weeks. All my investment will have not prospered. Are you seeing? When you also talk about developing economy, it's talked well about the government side of it. But economy is not developed by the government side of it alone. We are having the private sectors. What are you giving them to invest? Those are the issues that we need to talk about. You don't need to come here and look a flowery language without any defense. Oh, Mama Mboga, moving from 0.5 acres to this word. Those are good. Those are language. Those are vocabulary that they're adapting. But they have not come down to break down their manifesto. All that issue that they talk about bottom up into practical sections. Raila talked about every department. Mama Mboga, Boda is what they talk about. We appreciate they are working so hard to make ends meet. We need to support them. What are we going to do in the agricultural sectors? Are you seeing? What are we going to do in other? They are so much concerned about macroeconomics. But they are tending to forget about something called now microeconomics, departmentals. What is happening in the health? How can you make These people that Raila talked about, stills and everything, why do you import some things to make beds in hospitals? Are you saying when Raila was launching manifesto, the people from Juakali industry say that now the level that they are in, they can even make some things. They were even hired with China. Those are the revolution that we want in our country. We don't want people talking about things that are not researched about. People talking about things in rallies. For heaven's sake, Kenya is past that. These guys need to go to the drawing board and tell Kenyans fundamental things, practical things that are attainable. But don't come here and tell us, use flowery language, oh, manifesto, oh, this and this and this. Those one Alwale will say that are used when you are lying to a lady. We give them those credits. Alwale will say that. That's James Chana ukitaka kumwoa mdanganye hivi. So those are their people saying those things in public. So they are also lying.
You're
to
telling
us.
Kenyans the truth.
I think Kenyans have a clear mind, and Kenya is a visionary state. That once we give Kenyans very good governance, I said here and I'm still repeating, Kenya can come to second world country, Kenya can go to first world country. It's possible. But it's possible with empowering this institution. I've talked about different departments. People from ICT the other day talked about how they want ICT to be in the next 2 years. We are moving about digital economy. People are doing digital marketing. You are only talking about Mama Mboga every day because you know Mama Mbogas are many. Talk about how you are going to create employment opportunity. These people are not born to be Mama Mboga. These are graduates. The border are graduates. Talk about manufacturing. An engineer should go to a company where production is taking place.
So what's your solution?
Let me finish.
Okay, I want to ask
Let me
you.
finish. No. Let
I'm
me
also
finish.
part of this debate.
No,
You are giving these people too much
No,
time,
no.
and I'm also part of this debate. You are
Okay,
giving these people
Let
too
me
much
finish.
time.
What your
Let me
suggestion?
just finish.
Okay,
Let
before
me
you
just finish.
continue,
Let me just finish.
Please,
Please.
as you will be answering, please suggest.
What I was saying, that even these Mambogas, this border, these people are graduates, is pursuing actuarial. The other day we saw in our streets, someone with first class honors washing a car in streets. Those are people that they call hustlers.
No,
Instead of talking about policies that can ensure that we have employment in our country.
But the guy is my friend. He distanced himself from doing such things. The guy told me that, JMO, I was not doing that thing. And I was like, my
Are you
friend.
seeing the rate of lie?
No. The guy
Are you seeing the rate of lie?
And I
And
can
this thing
even
is going to
confirm- after the show, I'll call him in your presence and you'll talk to him.
No problem.
Yeah.
These are the deceitful that we talk about. These things are going to be in record, and your son one day will see the way you are lying to Kenyans. So be keen when you are talking about these things. Internet never lie. One day it will be downloaded and it will be circulated that this is how your dad was lying.
Okay.